a lot of people are saying that they believe you or they believe me simply because of one thing. The documents they saying released, let's say it's only 38 pages released, and like the rest of the documents ain't released. If they're missing documents in the stuff that's going on, all the documents done.
Okay. Well, see, what you have to explain to them is that, number one, remember this, is very important. Most of my documents are under seal because they're trying to protect the dirty agent and the dirty informant. You feel me? And the process of third-party cooperation.
Right.
So not only that, I was also up under a gag order. That was doing the course of my court proceedings. Because I was giving interviews to St. Louis Post-Dispatch. The main thing, number one, is called third-party cooperation. That's what the government wants to hide. Number two is called stash house robbery. You understand? This is where the government goes out and have a government informant go round up, tell them bring some guns to rob an alleged drug stash house. When they agree, that's the conspiracy, and when they show up with the weapons, that's the case. So, and the other process is, like I said, third-party cooperation, where an individual who's never been in trouble in their life can go out and set them up. So they're having a big problem with that now, the BOP, because you got selling time cuts.
I swear to God, when I was in the feds, it was a thing they going around, and it was a letter saying you called her and people was taking you ain't have to snitch, they were snitching for you.
That's called third-party cooperation. This is what he had Tammy Collins to do, man. You follow me now. But a lot of people in the public will be like, that ain't possible. You even got some people who don't know no better saying that you can't become a government agent or a government informant unless you get in trouble. That's false.
Walk me through that with the movie. Is the movie true?
I have nothing to do with the Stars episode. It's not a movie. A movie is a motion picture that shows at the show and so forth. It's a series that stars, and that's part of his contract that he had all his other shows with. No, I have nothing to do with that. But my issue, like the paperwork says, if you get all the paperwork, you'll see what the government said that Gatlin and Tammy Collins started with a legal business venture, and that was the production of a BMF film. You understand?
Right.
So what she did was, it was twofold. It was a way for them to kick me out of any royalties coming from a motion picture and give him a time cut. So they was trying to kill two birds with one stone. So I had been working with Tammy Collins for multiple years, 2-3 years. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to bring a budget to the forefront. We had a deal on the table with Lionsgate Film. My business partner's name was Louis Burrell. That's the MC Hammer's brother. All these individuals, if you see that name, Louis Burrell, in the paperwork or in the emails between her and myself, this is what you'll find, that we were working on producing the script for the BMF movie, not those series. And this way before 50 came involved. 50 smelled blood in the water, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And was able to slide in with his relationship with Stars and do the little corny show. So no, I don't have a role in it. That's why they changed the name of the guy in St. Louis, and that's why they got the little corny shit about my brother being kidnapped, finger cutting off in the mail.
You was working with her through Meech, and you already knew like everything was good until she turned, but you didn't know she was an appointment when you was working with her?
No, I would have. Why would her? This is a squad broad, man, who was working at some company. She's a secretary of some company or something. And on the side, like I said, we were trying to put together a script to sell to a movie house. Sony Pictures, Lionsgate. We took meetings with all these people. So in the paperwork, and you should have received that paperwork, you'll see a dozen of the emails. And that's what we presented to the court to show that we never had no drug transaction or none of this corny act.
So how did you meet Tammy?
How to meet Tammy?
Yeah.
Don't Meech. She had to take the meetings with us out in LA with the movie houses because she had all his life rights. She's the CEO of BMF Entertainment, we go back 30-something years. We've been friends since the early 90s. He went to jail and they did the first BMF indictment with my little brother and all them within 05. My case is a movie in itself, and this is what my attorneys were saying. They were so baffled by all this. They're like, Mr. Gatlin, this is a movie in itself.
Did Meech call you before they came and got you for the indictment, or?
Check this out. So you need to have this full story.
Right.
They came and got me in 2014, but they laid this conspiracy down and she put me with the federal agent to lock in the conspiracy a year prior. But the case wasn't strong enough, so they left me out, still trying to build the case. So after about a year, which brought us to 2014, they come get me with the indictment. You understand? So I'm like, what the f*** is this? You understand?
Right.
So I'm not knowing the play. I'm like, Harvey Collins been beautiful because she's listed as the pay in the paperwork as CS1. So I never even knew who the confidential source was. I have no clue in the world is this fraud. So when we get awarded what's called a Frank's hearing, you understand what I'm saying? They got to come forward with all the evidence, including their informant. And so with Meech hand is still hit. So my lawyer's like, Mr. Gatlin, it looked like this Flenory guy, that's Meech's last name, may have something to do with this. I'm cutting my attorneys out. I mean, what you talking about? It's a real, so they like, Mr. Gatlin, this don't seem right. So then when we set subpoena, when we try to subpoena him, his lawyer wouldn't accept it. Then so when we try to get an affidavit from him to say that this is not true, about him sending me a truckload of cocaine that they never found, which is the basis of the indictment, or the start of the indictment, you understand what I'm saying? He would never respond.
So they indicted you on how many kilos? How many kilos did they say they're supposed to be coming to you?
They ended up indicting me on 10 kilos of heroin, 10 kilos of cocaine. But initially what started in the first affidavit was a truckload of cocaine. Now keep in mind, they never get any drugs. And it was the government portraying to be the drug suppliers. But see, Meech could have killed this from the beginning. But now I know why he did come forward. Because he's secretly offered. And that's why he's listed in the paperwork as my unindicted co-conspirator.
So they got
a lawyer I found a long time ago, Mr. Gatlin. Demetrius Flenory looks like he's a part of this, or he's behind it. Or you sit in the courtroom. So when I sat in the courtroom and listened to CS1, Tammy Collins said that she became a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flenory a time cut. I set up Mr. Gatlin to get Demetrius Flenory a time cut. Now it all makes sense. His phone call stopped. You understand? See, I'm on the streets for all year, from 13 to 14 after they put the link down on me. Put me with an agent portraying to be a Colombian drug store. Good Mexican brother by the name of Fidel Torres, the cartel member. You understand what I'm saying? Allegedly sent me a truckload of cocaine.
Right. And you can't even sue 50 Cent.
No, because he never knew my name. In the show, they got some nickname of me. You gotta act who've been watching it. But the whole city, when you talking about the town, they fired up because of that court kidnapping scene where he called from Detroit to straighten out to St. Louis. Then I told him I'm gonna have a lawyer to you, homie, after that. Or they kidnapped my brother and I would pay the ransom and all this old goofy. He had to call in some killers from Detroit. Some little goofy. So I don't know what name they used for me, but ask anybody who's been paying attention to the theory. But the internet was blowing up in the city. No Meech. See, we don't know Big Meech. Ain't no doubt about it.
You a legend.
See, I'm not a Johnny come. See, most of these is on the bandwagon. They just come around the last 5-10 years. You understand? I'm a day one. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't never had no paper till you met me.
And that's crazy.
And see that the real on the town, they know these things. They was there. Man, listen, man, when I put $1 million out of the hand, cried. Feel me? Never had no bread like that. See, hey, listen, homie, I'm a real, I don't look for no views. I don't look for no clicks. I ain't got no pages or nothing. I don't know nothing about none of it, dog.
I'm telling you,
I'm that, dog. The west side of Detroit, south side of Chicago.
We all streets unplugged. So once you do me a favor, once you plug the streets in on who you is. I mean, I know you from St. Louis. We know you BMF, but let's plug them in on who you is and like.
Hey man, I mean, I'm Cuff. I'm from the Lou. You understand what I'm saying? I am the low.
I heard what for you, it wouldn't even be a BMF.
But you know, that was his creation. You understand what I'm saying? But on the paper part, never had no real bread until he met me, you feel me? And it's going all the way back to the early 90s. For him to be behind this situation, hide his hand is foul. What he did was call a third-party cooperation to a square broad who didn't have any charges, so she wasn't working off no time or trying to get out of a sentence. You understand? So his position is that this square broad just went wrong.
Hold on, he testified for Meech. It's like he did this for Meech.
She testified that she became a government informant to give Demetrius Flenory a time cut. This is what she testified to. In the paperwork, listed as my unindicted co-conspirator. See, you've been down this hole before, you understand the paperwork.
I swear to God.
You understand? Your name don't appear in court-sworn documents under penalty of perjury.
I feel you 100%. I knew exactly what you're talking about. His name wouldn't be there, it wasn't supposed to be there.
Now, CS1, that's what they got in the paperwork, is Tammy Cowan. You understand? This is his business partner. So we revealed that she's the CEO of BMF Entertainment. She was at the movie premiere with his mom. And her handler was an agent by the name of Jack Harvey. This is a coincidence. Now, Jack Harvey was the lead investigator, the lead DA, the prosecutor of BMF. He brought the indictment.
So he brought everybody that this sounds kind of fishy, right? I mean, it sounds like me. So I know in the feds, right? You can have somebody snitch for you, so it won't show up on your record, right? It won't show that you a snitch, but you get it down on the
third party cooperation.
Yeah, but you get the down with departure from it though, like a Rule 35 or something like that, right?
There you go, right? All right, there you go. Like I said, you popped it. Unfortunately, you've been through it.
Right.
Yeah, you will get the down with departure. But see, they're down with departure. Their down with departure went in the toilet when you got caught. The agent. Special Agent Meech Palmer.
Wow.
So when the DOJ sees her telephone, her phone, they was actually able to pull up text messages and photos of the agent and her in the bed naked and all these things. Went in the trash.
So the DUI, and that's why he did the extra time. They're taking a long time to get out a little bit. They kind of for the information like, oh no.
The deal was a no-go. He get no time off from his business partner setting me up.
So he just stick for nothing. So you were in jail basically for nothing. He didn't even get nothing from it.
And there you go.
No. But I heard that everything was all good, like until when they started doing the movie, they started like getting away from you, like not you. All they see you. How that going?
You know, we go back so far, man. You know that you get the carpet split. You know what I mean? Something like, yo, man, your bro gotta explain this thing, man. Like, man, I don't really believe it.
Durk don't believe it, because Durk said in his song, Meech ain't do no snitching.
I mean, I don't know Durk. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you exactly what happened, homie. So don't come home, they gonna celebrate them. But at the same time, they want to question my story. But, you know, as actual audience and actual listeners, who is Tammy Cowan? We know this is his business partner. You feel me?
And see, so you wouldn't even been in jail if it wasn't person you up.
Not at all. Not at all. So Tammy Cowan, the paperwork alleging that he's supposed to be sending a truckload of drugs to me to an individual by the name of Fidel Suarez. All this is in the paperwork. So I meet these papers through him. The question is, how did you show up as an unindicted co-conspirator in paperwork 2013? You remember the BFF bill in 2005, in 05.
You ain't go down with them. They came and got you after.
Oh, I'm way after them. They left the BFF bill in 05. He's listed in the paperwork as an unindicted co-conspirator, and he's telling the world, man, I don't know what bruh talking about, man. Bruh tripping, man. Whoop, you feel me?
Right. So he had
the broad did that out. You're still in bed with the broad.
After she did that.
Now, the person, the agent that took them down, just so happened to be the handler of the government informant, Tammy Cowan. CS1 in the paperwork.
CS1.
Special Agent Jack Harvey. So your listeners, actual listeners, know that your BMF fellas out there, hundreds of people fail on the BMF indictment. Ask them who Jack Harvey is. And how did he just end up being Tammy Cowan's handler?
Right. Listen.
All informants have a DA and handler. Now when I was in the world, called me every week. So when they lay down the sting on me, I heard from since. I haven't heard from him since. So my attorney, he could have killed this. He could have killed this whole case because allegedly he quarterbacked this case from jail. So we sent $35 million from two of my attorney for him to dispute this story. He refused to sign an affidavit for us because he was complicit. Government was confident that he wouldn't buck this story.
You can go in the federal system and you can agree to tell, and you can tell, but they won't give you no full time cut until you actually completed the mission. So meaning that he had to complete, even though they locked him up for the mission, but they messed up their plan when Tammy got caught doing something else wrong. So that's why
he got fucked screwing the agent. The time cut for Demetrius Flenory was off the table. The time cut for Big Meech was off the table.
But if that wouldn't happen, Big Meech would have definitely got the fucking time cut.
He would have received a Rule 35 or 5K1 in the mail. He ain't even got to show up for court. The agent, Special Agent Keith Cromer, said that he was aware of the deal, period. And he just wanted to make sure that his name wasn't in the paperwork. And they said the only way that we can guarantee that is if Cuff don't go to trial. And with Cuff record, Cuff can't afford to go to trial.
So they knew you were gonna go to trial. And how much time they end up giving you?
I got 27 years, man. You feel me? You ain't never seen no real paper till you met me. My name gonna speak for itself, man. In Detroit, the west side of Detroit, all over St. Louis. You feel me? Atlanta. You feel me?
Just touch back in on the J-Bo situation, right? So you know he get locked up, and so they leave people in situations and don't help them, right?
Yeah.
And there's a time that he be around, he associate with, and I just don't associate myself with those type of people.
Yeah. I ain't got no problem, but you have the problem. I don't put that on no name unless it's in black and white or I said in the courtroom and listen to it. You feel me? And as far as I know, I don't know nothing about J-Bo being a rat or ever telling. You feel me?
But you know about Meech.
Ain't no doubt about it. That's how I'm hearing, homie.
Yeah, you have because Meech. So Meech ain't.
That's how I'm hearing.
So Meech.
The square hard. She don't know the business. How does she know the business? The only people know the business is me and me. So how this broad, he put it out to the world and this broad and went wrong. You still in bed with the broad. She's the CEO of BMF Entertainment. We went to go to the Georgia Secretary of State pushing her name. She was at the movie premiere just recently, the Stars movie premiere for that show, feel me? With his mom. So you tell me.
You know they finna fact check. You know they go on my platform, they gonna say, look, we gotta see if this real. They finna fact check you. And everybody keeps gonna know Big Meech a snitch. So I don't know.
Ain't no doubt about it. So you understand paperwork. But then you got a lot told me that's ENT type. You got that generation out there now. They running with rats. And rap gotta still have them, homie. So look for sitting in front of the car they can go and all that. They gotta still have them, homie.
Yeah, the Durk say Big Meech, he don't do no snitching. And I'm like, damn. What about Cuffie though? Because you had opportunity. You could have not took that 27 Cuffie. You could have told. Why couldn't you ain't tell, cuz?
Man, real don't do that, man. I'd rather die. You feel me?